How you doing, Sprons?
Good, how are you?
Who the f*** are you? How was the drive in today?
It wasn't bad, actually. Most of the main roads are clear, just side roads. And
how are you loving the COVID, everything being shut down and lessons stopping here, lessons stopping there? Isn't that fun?
Excellent. We keep moving from zone to zone over the next, or every week, and apparently next week we're going to be completely locked down again, so maybe more home projects around the house I'll have to get done.
I've been seeing that. You've been getting a lot of stuff done, a lot of woodworking.
Yeah.
That's good.
Kill some time and improves the house a little bit.
The first thing we wanted to talk about was being a good goalie parent. And Spronsen and I have been coaching for a long time, me 30 years, him 20 years, and we've seen some goalie parents. So what's an example of a good goalie parent right now?
Good goalie parents are ones that your kid doesn't even know it's there. So if we're at a game, for example, they're just talking to other parents, they're mingling in the crowd, watching the game. They're not sort of off on their own, like they're staring daggers at you through the entire game. They don't need to follow you end to end when you switch ends of the ice, right? They don't need to be up there furiously taking notes and stats and all kinds of stuff. Just be a regular parent, sit in the crowd, talk to the other parents, cheer for the team.
Right. I think a lot of parents are coming at it with a good heart, where they want to do the best for their kid, and they're afraid if they don't say the right thing at the right time, or they don't position the kid on the right team, or talk to the coach, or work the tea leaves, or manipulate and do stuff. If they don't do that, it's going to affect the kid's future. So what do you think you could say to parents to let them just know that you don't have to do that stuff?
It's tough because they all want to help. Exactly like you said, they want to help. So they have a good intention in mind. However, a lot of that stuff coaches can take the wrong way. Goalie coaches can take the wrong way. Head coaches, scouts, that you're an overbearing parent and the kid can't deal with it himself. So the best thing you can tell them is that everybody who is good enough gets noticed at some point. Right. There are scouts, there are coaches, everybody talks. We talk all the time about the goalies that we work with. We talk to coaches, we talk to scouts and other teams that are looking for goalies, and we help move kids on that are good enough. So if you're good enough, they'll find you.
I think the one takeaway I would have from parents and advice I would give is there's nothing you can do to help your kid move up through the hockey ranks beyond the normal support and watching them and bringing them to the rink and camps, clinics, and signing them up for stuff. But you can hurt their career, and there's such a thing as a parent cut, as we're well aware of. There's the skill cut, the attitude cut the kid might have, but the parent cut does get in the way. And over the years, we've seen some horror stories. Do you have any, don't mention any names, but do you have any horror stories of parents that you've come across over the years that stick out in your mind?
Not too bad from my perspective, people that I've worked with, but there's lots of ones that try and do way too much. Like they will go to every single goalie coach they can, and they'll get their kid confused, and they'll try and tell them, well, if that guy said this, you got to do that and you got to do this. Meanwhile, that might be not part of their game or something that they're good with, and they might be going to guys just because they have a famous name or somebody that's not actually helping their kid. And sometimes there's too much that you can do. Find somebody that you like, stick with them for most of the time, go visit other places every once in a while to get some other tools in your toolbox, but don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. And you see some parents a lot that'll overdo it with their kid, and if they do way too much, it's actually a detriment to them as well, where they might not like hockey anymore.
Right, and it's particularly when you're a younger kid. Like we've had 7, 8, 9-year-old kids that parents want to do like 10 lessons a month, and it's not going to help. They think it does, but it won't. I remember I had a parent one time, I call him the stats guy, and he came up to me and he says, my son's not playing at all this year and the coach is putting the wood to him. If you don't count the first 5 games of the year, he had the best goals against average in the league. And I said to the parent, you understand how average works. Like if you're going to take out the 5 worst games, well, take out the 5 best games. So don't be a stats guy. Don't spend your time doing a ton of video and highlight stuff, because scouts don't look at any of that stuff. A little bit of video helps, but I wouldn't be worried about stats, because honestly, my belief is any stat collected by a blood relative is probably about 15% off. No matter how true you're trying to be and how above board, just don't. So One other parent comes to mind for a horror story is, and I've told you this one, this might have been before Spronsen's time, but
It was before me.
I was doing a private lesson with a kid in Lucan, Ontario, and the mother ended up going out with my wife for coffee. I've never met the family before. They're from Michigan, seemed like a nice family. Lady, she looked like the traditional witch that you'd see on TV, but anyways, I get a call at the rink. I gotta come home, there's a big panic. And the lady had said to my wife, "Do you believe in reincarnation?" My wife looked at her and was sort of like, "Yeah, okay." And she said, because in a previous life, she believed that me, who she's never met before, had assaulted her during the Civil War. She was an Indian squaw. I was a leader of the Civil War Army. I was a sergeant. And in a previous life, I had assaulted her. Now, I know I can defend myself what I did last week. But back then, I don't know what I did in a previous life. So the length of time that you run across these crazy parents, when I've been in this business this long, you're going to come across them. But parents, don't be that guy.
So 3 step out challenges. Yep, back, middle, back, posts, step out, back, step out. Excellent. So now the build up to that drill is to do it now from the down position. So you start down in the reverse, push out while down, pivot, get back. So you're not getting up at all. Down the whole time, just doing RVH post land. So you're detonating, so the RVH escapes off the post there, middle and left. Same drill you just did, but it's down, and when you're landing on the post, instead of a stand-up hug, you're doing a reverse VH. Ready? I'll hold the post for you. Ready? Push out, push back, push back, long one, and back. Same post, back again. Good pivot. Switch sides. Switch side step out from the RVH. So get out there and back, middle and back, long one, and back. Nice job. Great push on that. Okay, this one I'm going to have you do basically a cross pattern where you're starting off hugging the post, long T push to here, right across the top of the crease there, and then back with a long one to there. So it's over, back here, over, back there. You got her? So hug your right post. I'll talk with you if you forget. First one, left angle challenge. Across the top of the crease, right post. Okay, right post, look right in. Long one. Pivot. And keep going. Drive him. Cross. Back to the left post. And reverse it. Back over to me here. Pivot, back to your right post. And go get a drink.